YouTube, Pastor Bob. So I just got this package in today. I wanted to try something different. You know, I'm into cool things, you know, new things. So I seen this kit on Amazon. Never heard of it, never seen it. So I picked it up. Looks kind of different. You're probably saying, what the hell is that? Well, I'm going to show you. I don't know myself. I know what it is, but I don't know how it works. Looks like it comes with a little bag. There we go. And I'll explain what it is. Well, I'm sure you see that in the description anyway. But I'm doing this all with one hand. Imagine that, huh? No videos. I'm just... Well, I mean, I am an engineer, so I suppose I can figure it out, right? Alright, so what we have here is a little pouch to store it in, I guess. Just kind of nifty, especially for people like me who can't never find crap. And in here, oh, for crying out loud, really? Alright, here we go. Why the heck would you need that? Brush. I don't know, I guess you do. Okay, in here, if you look, well, let me see if I can. These are diamond impregnated cutting bands. Okay? And they're different sizes. And what they're for is for cutting nuts. So you put it in here. Oops. There I go again. Let me put the wing nuts on those. Oops. Awful difficult doing this with one hand, I'm just telling you. No directions, so you better be paying attention to what I'm doing. So, what do I assume is you back this off a little ways, and then you put one side of whatever you're using. So if you're cutting, well, EADGBE, I think these are 10 through 46, I believe, or 52, I don't know, like 10 through 50, I think it was 10 through, God, I can't remember. Can't remember now. 10 to 48, 10 to 52, I don't know. You can use these for 9s and 10s, right? That'll make it simple for you guys. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. That bothers me. Maybe it's 10 to 48. I don't know. I can't remember, but I might leave it in the description later on. But they give you a bunch of them. And I think I could have sworn I got the ones for 9s and 10s. I'm pretty sure I did. But I have to check. Anyway. So the diamond impregnated. And you just stick it in here, I suppose. Like that. doing this with one hand. I don't see a slot of any kind, so I guess you just set them in there like that and then put it in the corresponding part of the nut that you're going to have it in, and you can saw the depth with these. This was pretty inexpensive. The kit was like 20 bucks, and I thought I'd try it, see how it worked, you know. I mean, for 20 bucks. I say he's doing that with one hand. Yeah, I am. Because if it runs smooth with one hand, let's look to see if it. Alright. I can't tell. Let me. Yeah, it took a little bit off, I suppose. I mean, I'm really not putting much pressure, but you can see where the blade goes. I guess the blade needs to go more to the right. But yeah, that'll work out just fine for what I'm doing. I mean, I've been doing it with vintage ones that I got from StewMac. But I thought this was kind of cool. If you're just trying to open up the slots a little bit, maybe they're a little bit too tight. Because what a lot of people don't understand is when you're having problems with tuning a lot, usually it's the nut binding, right? I mean, that's the number one thing that I look for. Either nuts binding, right? You have too much relief in the neck, or your saddle adjustment, right? Pretty simple stuff. In some cases, it could be the spring tension, like on a Floyd Rose or a floating tremolo system. But, you know, generally from the factory, they set that stuff, it's already torqued, right? So all that stuff is already torqued. So, but sometimes the nut is where the problem is, right? Now, if you're getting a high quality instrument, I'd say probably 8 out of 10 times you should be pretty safe. But even them, I have noticed, even custom shop guitars, you know, the nut's a little bit too tight, and that causes binding, and that in return causes stress issues, so, and stretching issues on the strings. But I thought for a cute little kit, you know, small little kit, you know, what's wrong with that? I mean, it's worth a try, right? Let's see if everything fits in here. I bet it don't. I bet it don't. I guess it does. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it would. Man, I'll tell you what. They did not give much space. Let's see. Somebody really sat down and thought about that. Oh yeah, you'll have to take that another cutter off to get it in here, I guess. Or you're gonna bend it. Yeah, you're gonna bend it if you don't. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah. There it is. There's a hell of SKU. There's your SKU number. They're on Amazon. There's your name. Yeah, I thought it was inexpensive. I'd try it out. And see how it works. And why not, right? Why not try out new stuff? That's the way I am. I like to try out new stuff, see if it works. Are there some really good systems? Oh yeah, there's some really good systems out there, man. But I don't want to pay $300-400 for somebody to just think up an idea and make hundreds of thousands of dollars because they had an epiphany one day and came up with something with some pieces of plastic and some impregnated steel. Now, doesn't make sense. It's like watches, right? Here's a nice watch, right? This is an Orient watch. They run about $200 or $300, right, for one of these when you buy them. Well, I got a deal. I bought it for, I think, $50 or something. Didn't work. Guy said it's junk. So all I did was looked on the inside, see what the movement replacement was. Cost me $20. Took it apart, put the new movement in there. Done. That's it. It's a nice watch. Cleaned it all up. Ran it through my watch cleaning machine. That's it. It's clean. Good watch. So, you know, sometimes it doesn't take spending all kinds of money. Now, those systems make it really simple and easy. Now, if you want to do something quick and you want it to be reliable and you don't mind spending hundreds of dollars on a system like that, sure. But if you're a guy and you don't have a whole lot of money, but you do want to make it a little easier on yourself, and you don't want a bunch of bulky stuff, you know, bulky tools, you want something quick, maybe, you know, maybe you're a little guitar tech. Maybe you're a guitar tech and, you know, you're not out there with a big band, but you're just touring with, you know, a couple of local bands or something, and you got a little trick box with you, and somebody got a new guitar and you didn't have a chance to set it up, he's getting a little binding. Hey, on the fly, you could open that stuff up quick with one of these. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What's wrong with that? I think it has its purpose. I think there is a niche for this. And as inexpensive as it is, hey, I'm going to try it. I think it should work. I mean, I think the only thing that it should work okay, but like brass, you know, it's kind of tricky. So that might be the only thing that I might be a little skeptical about. But bone, carbon fiber, stuff like that, I don't know. Should be okay. We'll try it out. For as cheap as it is, it's worth a try. And if it works great, which I think it should. They had a lot of sales of them, so I assume it must be pretty good. Or it would have had that little red box that would have said mostly returned by customers, and they didn't have that, so they must be working out pretty good. So hey, I just figured I'd bring it to your attention. They're out there. You want to pick something up cheap, just throw in your case in case you get a new guitar or something like that. And you know, anything can happen. Maybe you go to bigger strings. Maybe you'll go from 9s to 10s, right? And you say, ah, man, I need to open that up a little bit because the tolerances were too tight for the, you know, just getting by with the 9s. And now you put 10s on there and you're binding up. On the fly, you could take the string off, do a little touch up with that. In no time flat, you're on your way. Yeah, it's worth a try, right? All right, guys, take care. God bless. This is Pastor Bob. I'm out of here. See ya.